The fact is, compared to 2015, there are 124,000 more violent crime incidents per year in Canada. Meanwhile, police morale is in crisis, recruitment and retention is in crisis, and they're being murdered every other week. And yet we hear more announcements from the Minister of Public Safety going after law-abiding citizens than anybody else. I don't know how many times we have to say this, that they're going after and spending resources and precious time on the wrong people, the most vetted people in the country, which statistically are 1/3 as likely to cause crimes than anybody else, the non-firearms owners. It's insane if you just look at the raw data. These are heavily vetted, tested, and trained Canadian citizens. The Conservative Party firmly supports responsible gun ownership laws. We're talking about licensing, we're talking about vetting, we're talking about safe storage. These things are very important. Only responsible Canadians should ever come near a firearm. And if there's any gaps in that, happy to have that discussion. But we have a very robust system in Canada. And that's why, Madam Speaker, for example, out of the 124,000 more additional violent crimes and the hundreds of thousands of other violent crimes we see every year that are going up every year as a result of the Liberal government's policies, as pointed out by many police forces, of all of the hundreds of thousands of violent crimes that happen every year, do you want to know how many are a result of long guns, for example, which have been the main primary target of recent months by the Liberal government? Long guns from law-abiding citizens, that is, not criminals, because of course they don't listen to the laws. Do you know how many are a factor in those hundreds of thousands of violent crime? Less than 0.5%. And we know that those who do commit crime, violent crime with firearms, are the majority of them, the vast, vast, vast majority of them are not legally allowed to own firearms. And therefore, any law, all this time wasted, will have no impact on them whatsoever. So we're talking about a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of people that they're spending all of this time and resources